Hello, and welcome to Not Your Typical Sunday School from St. Mark's Episcopal Church in LaGrange, Georgia. My name is Alan Pruitt. I'm the priest here at St. Mark's, and every week we explore a piece of Scripture by asking our three questions. Who is God? Who are we? What is God inviting or challenging us to do this week? Today we are reading from Paul's second letter to the Corinthians, chapter 4, verses 3 through 6. I'll offer the reading, and then we will explore our three questions. Even if our gospel is veiled, it is veiled to those who are perishing. In their case, the God of this world has blinded the minds of the unbelievers to keep them from seeing the light of the gospel of the glory of Christ, who is the image of God. For we do not proclaim ourselves, we proclaim Jesus Christ as Lord, and ourselves as your slaves for Jesus' sake. For it is the God who said, "Let light shine out of darkness," who has shone in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Jesus Christ. Who is God in this reading? God is the one who said, "Let light shine out of darkness." We've heard that before. We know that idea, but Paul does what he always does. He takes the truth of the gospel and he digs deeper. He helps us make a little more sense of it. God shines light in darkness. But how? By sending Jesus Christ. The light shines in our hearts, at least according to Paul's words today. Think of it like this, and this isn't the only answer, but I searched through all of our inadequate words to talk about something that is far beyond words. So try this on. God is light. God is the light that shines. That's not all God is, but God is light. And that light can shine through us. It's shown so strongly through the face of Jesus because, as Paul says, Jesus bears the image of God. If we want to know what God looks like, we look at Jesus. He is the image of God. Healing, the image of God. Loving, the image of God. Eating with sinners, the image of God. Forgiving sins, the image of God. Jesus, the image of God. Who are we? We are also made in the image of God. God shines that light in our hearts. Again, words are inadequate, but what if we were made in the image of God? What if that were true? I think I've heard that somewhere before. What if it were true? We are made in the image of God. We are also the people to whom the gospel is veiled, according to Paul. We veil it away from ourselves. It's too hard, it's not relevant, it's from a bygone era. Whatever the excuse, we veil the gospel. And so we veil it away from others at the same time. In other words, though we are made in the image of God, we are also the ones who are perishing. We are the ones from whom the gospel is veiled. We all need the gospel. Who doesn't need healing and love and forgiveness? The world is crying out for it. Who are we? We are the people who need the gospel light, and we are the people who can offer the gospel light to others. Question 3. What is God inviting us to do in this reading? What if God is simply inviting us to live the way we were made? To heal, to love, to eat with sinners, to forgive, to live and love like Jesus. Imagine that light. No, really, imagine the light. Imagine that the light is in you, and in me, and in your worst enemy. Imagine and wonder if it's true that God shines a light. It takes work. It takes intention. It takes turning away from the gods of this world and toward the living God. The gods of this world are good at what they do. They offer easy answers and simple fixes, but they never get the job done. They just lead to more work. The God of light, the God of the gospel, leads to rest. What is God inviting us to do? To rest in Him, to rest in the gospel, to rest in the light. What do you think? What else is there to say about this reading? Enjoy the questions. Blessings, and have a good day.